Hi, I'm Mika Truman, and welcome to Frankincense School of Mystical Arts. Welcome to my Patreon. Welcome to my YouTube channel and Rumble. And of course, you can always find me on fsma.life. So jumping into 2022, I just wanted to kind of brush over some different highlights that I do see getting ready to come up. So as I see everything is about two. Everything is going to be a duo. Going into 22, even into mid 22, a duo. It could last longer in some areas, in some respects, yes. But I do get possibly two presidents, two females stepping forward. And as I mentioned in my last video briefly, where I do see that possibly Kamala Harris taking more of a greater stand. I do get something is coming up with, as I've said in past videos, of course, it's always a timing thing, which is so annoying. And I'm with all of you, the timing, the delay, but I do get where it looks like Mr. B may not be on the forefront anymore, but that there may be Kamala Harris stepping forward. And then I do get something even with you have the two females that is going to step forward that I see taking a very strong lead. And these two females are very interesting. Of course, I see where Mr. T is there, and he's also making a very huge stand, very huge position, as in a very strong lead on who he is and how he got there, and different fakeness within even how in November 2020, that issue becoming very unveiled. Like everybody will know what the truth was. The question is, people aren't going to want to believe it. Then you have over here, because one would say, well, how do you have two people in charge? Because one party may decide that they don't want to listen to it. They don't want to hear it. They're not going to do what they're supposed to. And they take their team, their group, their following, and they continue to progress as if nothing was ever said. Then you have over here this other party who is saying and proving I'm in charge because of this and this and this happened, and disclosure. And then I see the females stepping forward, and these females look like, on one hand, on the other side, there's the females that have taken lives, possibly tried to prove and show that they're out to destroy lives. And then the other two females are here to heal the world. And here, the small ones and the people. They're all about healing the world, healing the planet, bringing together and healing the world. And I do see them coming forward. So you have one extreme or the other, which healing the world, I'm all about. Totally put me over there. Heal the small ones, heal the people, bring body, mind, soul, spirit back together as one. Because I refuse to believe that any kind of, in the arm. I mean, sure, it may have killed some, but I do not believe that there's no way of coming back from this. I don't believe it, and I won't, because I do believe we can totally heal from this on every aspect. The way and the energy that we are entering into, I do not believe that it is just, it's an out. Oh, sorry, you got the one thing, you're done. No way. I don't believe it for a minute, and I don't care what anyone says. I do not believe it. I believe that there will be a healing that will come upon the land and heal the people. And whatever was done I get very well could be cured. It could be healed. And I'm going to stick with my story. So, of course, talk to a medical professional because I'm not a doctor, but I just believe that there is a lot of hope and a lot of healing that I see could cover the world. And maybe that's just an energy, but however it may be. So I do also get, I have my notes here because there's so much. I do get that we have to where we may see, so as certain people follow certain strong organizations, I can't even say strong, organizations, you have the one team versus the other team, and I get some of those could even break away in state-wise. There could be states that will totally pull away because they want to be a part of a certain group. And so we may see certain states just exit off. Like they don't want to be a part of another group. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry to speak in code, but what can I do? So you may find like certain, your state or this other state belongs to another group and this state belongs to another group. They take the funds for each group. It's weird. I also get, and I've spoke about this, but of course it's a timing thing. But I think I even spoke about this a year ago where I see a separation between the divisions of the states. The state borders I get could change. The countries could change. You may not even know what country you're in. And the country you think you're in may be a part of, whether you're now going to be part of Canada, you're going to be part of Mexico, you're going to be part of the US. It's going to divide all these different borders I see being created. It's very interesting, but I get it's going to come up. This part is super, super interesting. I don't see that there is going to be any more water shortages. I know that sounds weird, but I get we're entering into a time where the droughts and all this, I get it's going to change because I don't necessarily see water shortages. I get it could very well end. Now is what's really interesting is that one may say, why? Why isn't there going to be a water shortage? I do get that we are headed towards a time where the earth has been in bondage, like the people have been in bondage, I get the chains are being removed. It's lifted off of Mother Earth. It's going to be lifted off of you. And she is going to have to go through a wobbling period. It's just like you. If I hold you down by your leg and you're trying to get away and you're trying to get away, all of a sudden I cut that chain, you flip because you're used to kind of having to take your stand and hold your, pulling against the resistance. When it's been cut and unlocked, all of a sudden she's like wobbling, just as you as a human is going to we got to find our balance again. She needs to find her balance again. As she finds her balance, it's going to be like this, very rough, very rocky. The waters out of control, overseeing their bounds. The winds like never seen before. The storms, the earthquakes, all of that kind of stuff. I see weather being so erratic until she finds her balance, her true state again. So that's why I do get we're headed to where we may see an ending of the water shortages, but the water's being out of control. And I do get that we're looking at a period at a time where there may not be available this being able to trade, because flying may be very much off the table because of the erraticness in the weather. And as far as the different barges coming with supplies, the waters I see is going to be so erratic that the skies may not be safe. The waters may not be safe either. Erratic storms coming out of nowhere. It could get it to where it's not even an option. So I see the storms being so bad that maybe supplies won't make it to the destinations. Aircrafts may not make it to where they're supposed to go. It's so erratic and so off balance. So that's why I do get even the trading could be affected, which then therefore causes some issues with possibly supplies. Because when you take everything away and the erratic in the weather and Mother Earth finding her balance, which may take a few years because you're talking about a whole planet here. She's just not a little, she's a big girl. And so she's got to find her footings again. So I do see that coming up, which is puts much to thought. And I'm going to do a part 2 on this. And so, but for now, please, you can always find me on fsma.life, Frankincense School of Mystical Arts. And if you're interested in learning how to be psychic and tap into those skills to sharpen them, please check out my courses that is over on my website. Please join my Patreon where you can get some heads up and more personalized communication interaction. But until next time, please like, subscribe, and do share. Take care.